So I absolutely love stories. I've loved stories since I was a little kid, and as I've gotten older, I've become really passionate about the role that stories can play in building bridges between people with really different experiences. I really truly believe that stories have the ability to change and maybe even save the world, because I feel like one of the biggest problems in today's world is disconnection. And storytelling is one of the best ways, the best tools that we have available for creating connection. So I wanted to get involved in this as a way to practice my own storytelling, as well as to learn about how to put on storytelling events. Tomorrow, I will defend my dissertation in earth sciences. But none of this, not the PhD, not me standing on this stage here tonight, none of it would have ever happened if I had not woken up one June morning in 2014, over 4,000 miles from home, hungover, and naked, in the bed of a stranger I would never see again, slowly realizing that I had just made one of the best decisions of my life. Our eyes had locked across the dimly lit pub as the Irish folk band seemed to play our own personal soundtrack. A devilish smile slid across his lips as he tipped his black fedora towards me. After the show ended, he introduced himself. "I'm Chris," he said, dark eyes glittering. "Now, tell me who you are." Oh my God, I thought, he's even Australian. Soon, we were strolling through the winding streets of Cork, Ireland, buzzing on Jameson whiskey and a sense of chemistry and connection that I had never felt before. He asked me what I did for a living, and when I told him that I was an ICU nurse, he frowned. "That doesn't seem like you," he said. "Is that really what you want to be doing?" No one had ever asked me that before. Feeling suddenly emboldened by his question, I leaned forward and kissed him. "No," I said breathlessly a few seconds later, then added, "Fuck no." Part of me panicked, a voice inside me yelling that I couldn't do this, that I was a good girl, that Jesus did not want me wandering through the wee hours of the morning with this fiendishly handsome Australian dancer, and really did not want me following his beckoning eyes back towards his bunkhouse. I had to decide. Years earlier, I also had to decide. Tomorrow was college decision day, and I had to choose. Would I attend Swanee, the prestigious liberal arts university of my dreams, or the school my parents had chosen, a strict conservative Bible college? It should have been an easy decision, however. "This is not what God wants for your life," shouted my mom for what seemed like the 100th time in this months-long battle. "If you go to that place, you'll fall away. I know you will. You'll never darken the doors of a church ever again." "We just want what's best for you," my dad added. "And most importantly, we want what's best for your soul," my mom continued. "And that's why we're giving you this decision. You can go to Swanee, but that's the end of us supporting you. From now on, you'll do it all on your own." Something inside of me shattered. Later that night, I slipped quietly outside, carrying my Swanee sweatpants, banner, and freshman packet out to the trash can, where I dumped them in and slammed the lid. Again and again, I had to decide, and again, I had chosen to listen to other voices. When I was absolutely miserable in nursing school, I chose to remain in the program because my professors assured me that this was the perfect career path for a servant-hearted Christian woman like you. I stayed in toxic, abusive relationships because every time I expressed my unhappiness, people were quick to remind me that relationships were supposed to be hard because they required constant submission and selflessness. And I kept going to church long after I left home and graduated from the Bible college, despite the fact that secretly, I had never even believed in God, not even as a little kid. Was the girl who kept shrinking herself to fit into this tiny, cramped box really who I wanted to be? I had to decide. Sometime past 3 a.m, we drew to a stop next to a drafty old boarding house. Chris's smile flashed beneath the shadow cast by the brim of his hat. "So," he said, "are you coming in? It's your decision, Kellum." My heart pounding in my throat, I stood on the precipice. "Don't you dare," yelled the voice of my family, my teachers, my friends. I took a deep breath. "Hell yeah, I'm coming in," I said, unable to hide my grin as I grabbed his hand. "Now, what was it that you were saying about gin and tonics?" Then I pulled him towards the house and walked into the beginning of the rest of my life, a life that I had chosen.